Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett, and my hands is Silver City number 3. This is a fairly interesting series from AfterShock. The story involves like this afterlife, and a girl named Rue who has these weird powers, and she's trying to get this other girl back to the world of the living because she's not actually dead. She's like in a vegetative state. And it reminds me of Dark City. It really reminds me of Dark City, and it's not a negative. I think Dark City is a very underrated cult film. But this is like, instead of being like the sci-fi ship city thing from Dark City, this would be like if Dark City was was the like City of the Dead sort of thing. Like it's the best way. Like even the style and look of it a little bit reminds me of Dark City. Again, not a negative. I like the film. So it's written by Olivia Cuartero-Briggs. Luca Merli is the artist and colorist. Dave Sharpe is the letterer. So the issue, we saw Rue just like unleash in the previous issue, and she clearly has some powers. There's obviously more to her story. And this is kind of just like everyone going, what the hell, as they try to get their companion back to the world of the living. And yeah, it's a good chapter in the story. It definitely doesn't stand on its own, and it has moments. It's funny, like, I didn't read it that long ago, but at the same time, I'm like struggling to remember specific stuff off of it. So I don't want to say it's forgettable, but like it's a good piece of the puzzle. Like, that's the way I really think about this issue, and it feels like it's a good piece for a trade and a collection, and that weirdly, like, if you took half this comic and put it in issue 2, and probably half this comic and put it in issue 4, and like, had a little oversized issues and put it all together, I think like it feels like maybe the series would flow better. Like it's a weird thing to say, like, because there's nothing out of this issue I would cut, and there's nothing out of this issue that is bad in any way. It's just one of those of like, shit went down, they're on the run. It's kind of a whole bunch of like, what the hell, Rue? What are you doing? Where did these power come from? I've seen this once, and like all these still continue hints, and like, all right, we know how we know where the portal is to get back to the land of the living. So yeah, like it's a good chapter. I don't know if it's a good individual comic, but it's a good chapter, and I think if I was reading this as a graphic novel, I'd be completely fine with it. So. I know, kind of a weird description, but it's way like, if you've been reading the series, I think you'll like it. And that's kind of my general thought. So let's go check out the art. We see some history of one of the characters and their death. This is Vic's death. And then we see some history of Rue, and apparently this like manifesting powers has happened before in the land of the living. A little bit more of the world. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting issue. Not bad, and as a part of the series, I think it's really good. It's just one of those of like, I think I would be happier if I had like the next issue in my hand and I read like this and that one right in a row, if that makes sense. There's just some comics like that. And it's not necessarily that it's a bad issue or a bad series or anything. It's just one of those of like, you read it and kind of gives you a piece of the puzzle, and you're like, all right, I immediately want to read the next stuff, because while it's good and moves the story forward, like, it just doesn't quite get me there. So yeah, that's the general take of it. Not that complicated. Out in comic shops now, you can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage. By doing that, you'll support our site. Speaking of support, I want to thank AfterShock for hooking us up with the review copy. I, of course, want to thank you all for watching. If you're into AfterShock, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.